When the body was laying there, it was laying there from 4:20 a.m. The dead body that was laying on the second floor that everybody could walk past. That body was laying on the floor from 4:20 a.m. all the way to 12 p.m. Like 8 hours, you have that body laying there. Like, that's ridiculous. Somebody posted it on their story of the body that was in the hallway.
I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. I just bought a pistol, it got 30 rounds. Pull up, bitch.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. My skin is looking so good in the sun. You know, I got that pregnancy glow. I'm not really pregnant though. I don't know if this is gonna work. Now, do not mind my bed. I just put up the bed frame. I'm getting my mattress in like a couple days. So right now I'm still using my air mattress, okay? So don't mind it, okay? Hey y'all, welcome back to another juicy story time. Y'all are back on my page, obviously. I'm gonna be giving you a part 2 for the story time of horrifying Westmar and my experience living there, because it was total okay. That's where I left off. I remember telling you guys about the experience of the roaches, the lack of security. Now I remember I already did a story time on my first roommate and who they were. Like, I already told y'all in another video, which I will put in the link in the description, that basically she was not respecting the space, invited her cousin over, and then I got into it with her cousin and I had to get her cousin kicked out because it was just ridiculous. But if you guys want that story time, please click the link in the description. But long story short, she was getting too comfortable and she was not really thinking about anybody else when it comes to her company, the people she had over, things that she did. Like, it was just like too much at the point where I'm like, okay, your guests have to go. Like, you can't have no guests. My first year of being there, it was not the best. I can say, like, I met a couple people in the building. That same year I was with someone, okay? Why do I cuss so much? I was messing with someone and we were not really anything, we were just messing around, and then at some point I kind of like caught feelings, but you know, I can already tell, like, I just kind of found out some things that, you know, I was like, yeah, he's not the one for me. So I kind of cut ties with him, and I would see him around the building, you know, I would see him whenever I passed by, but I would not say anything anymore. Like, I was not close with him like that no more, and I did not want to be close with him like that no more, because he was like, it was just hurting me too much. And just a reminder, he was like this was like the first person I grew close to. This was the first person I grew close to as soon as I moved out to Atlanta. Like, I don't know this person from a can of paint, and so when I moved to Westmar and I met him, and you know, we were close, and then me finding out something, I was just like, I didn't say nothing, but I'm like, you know, let me move on and let me worry about me. I would see him around the building, and you know, it was no conversation, no nothing. Like, we would make eye contact, we would probably laugh, smile, but never said anything. This one night, I remember seeing him in the game room. It was like a little game room that everyone can play games in, watch TV, chill, talk to people, whatever. So I remember going to my friend's apartment room, which was like downstairs, because I was on like the 4th level. I remember going downstairs, seeing him in the game room with one of his other friends. As soon as I walked past to see him, like, that was the last time I seen him. I'm gonna tell you guys why and what happened that night, but that night, that was the last time I've ever seen him in person. That night, and I would have never known. That night, I went over to my friend's apartment. We were just chilling. Over the night, I want to say that night, y'all, when I went over there, I was smoking, I was drinking, and eventually I kind of like took a nap, right? Now, it was already like, I don't know, 12, it was like around 12 or something like that, right? I wake up at like 4 a.m., 4:20, 4:15, 4:20 a.m., right? Everyone in the apartment is dead silent asleep. I'm waking up. I'm like, I need to go back to my room and go to sleep. So as I'm walking back, I'm thinking about which way I want to take to get to my room, okay? The boy that I used to talk to, he lived all the way on the other side of the building, okay? Like if I were to want to get to my room, I would have to walk all the way on the other side of the building, on the floor that I was on, and then take the elevator up to get to my floor and then walk up to my room, which would be like a shorter walk to my room, right? Or I would either take the stairs and then just take that long walk on my floor level to get to my room. Either way, it's still gonna be some distance. So the long way is the way that passes his room, okay? So that was the long way. And then the short way, that was my way of avoiding him. So that night, it was like 4 a.m. I'm like, I was literally thinking about taking the long way that night, but I was like, I'm just gonna take the stairs tonight, like, and thank God I did, y'all, because that same night, something happened. I take the short way, I go up the stairs and I go to sleep, okay? I wake up the next morning and I get an email from my apartment building, the one that I live in. I don't even know if I even have the email still. I probably don't. I could probably look, but basically the email was stating that someone has passed away in our building. Like someone died. I'm like, what happened? Like, what? I go downstairs to go to the gym, right? And as soon as, I'm going downstairs, I take the long way. And I don't just take the long way, but I take like the way to where I can pass his room just to see if he was walking out or if he was in there, right? I'm taking a little other way, right? And I'm walking to the gym and I don't see him, right? Like the whole day I did not see him. So sorry, y'all, but let me tell y'all, like that day after, whatever happened that night, when I was waking up to go to the gym and to, work out, whatever, I see like news reporter trucks outside. I see the news outside. I see everyone. Like after I got that email about the death, then I see like news people outside. I see people, doing interviews. I'm like, what happened? Like, I was just like, okay, that's weird. Like maybe he's not here today. Because in my head, I'm still not talking to him, but I'm still gonna see if you're around. I don't know. I go on Safari just to see like if Westmar has some news, like if Westmar put it on the news that somebody died in our building. The dude that I was messing with, he was selling narcotics and drugs and stuff. So that was his like hustle flow. That's what he was doing for money, okay? So I go on the news, right? Okay, so it was basically, the statement was saying a dude tried to get into another dude's apartment and the dude's apartment was full of narcotics. The statement said that it happened at like 4:15 to 4:20 p.m. Like I remember waking up, like last night, I remember waking up at 4:17, 4:20 a.m. and I was literally thinking about walking down that building. Walking down to get to the long way. I was literally thinking about walking that long way just so I can see him one more time. But I didn't, y'all. I literally was like, no, I'm gonna go take the stairs tonight. I guess somebody tried to rob him while he was walking up to his room and opening up his door. Somebody tried to rob him. Basically, it was something in the means where he was involved in something with the. I was so shocked. So they didn't release no names or nothing. All they said was a guy with an apartment full of narcotics. So when I'm hearing that, I get like a sick feeling to my stomach because I'm like, I hope they're not talking about who I think they're talking about. Like, I don't know why, deep down that whole day, I just had a superstition, like something isn't right. Like, I feel like I missed something last night. So I'm worrying. I'm like really, really worrying because I'm like, bro, I've not seen him all day. Later on the night, I went to go see my friend. The same friend that I went to go see the night before, the night that it happened with the whole shooting and everything, but I was asleep at my other friend's apartment. As soon as I see him, he come up to me and he's like, I got something to tell you. And he knew that I talked to him. He knew that I had a relation with him. So he pulled me to the side and he was like, I gotta talk to you. And I'm like, what? He was like, you know that stuff that happened last night about that person dying? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, I'm not saying his name. Let me get the out of there, y'all. He was like, yeah. He was in the midst of all the situation. As soon as he told me that it was him, I wanted to like puke. And I was crying, bro. I was crying. So I'm like, bro, I will never be able to like see him again or be like, are you okay? Like, how are you doing? Like, it was just so sad and I was so mad. That right there kind of like took a traumatic turn for me. Okay, so the dude that got killed, right? He used to live in the same building with us, right? So I'm hearing that, you know, the shooting happened around 4:20 a.m. and I kid you not, y'all, I do not have the video because obviously I can't post it, but I do not, like, I'm not kidding y'all. When the body was laying there, and for the time that it was deceased, it was laying there from 4:20 a.m., the dead body that was laying on the second floor that everybody could walk past. That body was laying on the floor from 4:20 a.m. all the way to 12 p.m. Like 8 hours you have that body laying there. Like, that's ridiculous. And then you have people recording, like somebody posted it on their story of the body that was in the hallway. Like, I don't know, but like, and that's the thing with Westmar, like they don't have no type of system. Like how do you have a body laying there for that long and you don't got no like ambulance or somebody coming, like, and then you have kids walking past that. That's just trippy to me, for real. That night, he did run away with some of his friends, but eventually he did turn himself in, and his other friends, I think they're still out hiding. Just being in that building, like the building was just not good. Like, it was not good energy. I'm letting y'all know, bro. Do not move to Westmar. I'm telling y'all, do not move to Westmar. Like, I'm going to save your money and your life. I definitely get on y'all about the money too. I ain't gonna lie. They be a little Westmar be over the top with they fees and monies and rent and prices. Like, y'all, if you're a college student and you're trying to do the best with money budgeting and you're not trying to spend so much and you're not trying to pay all extra things that, you know, they got on the rent or whatever, like, look, don't do Westmar, because they're gonna run you broke. They're gonna try to run you broke. But yeah, y'all, this is part 2 of my Westmar story. I'm definitely gonna give y'all a last part. I'm gonna give y'all one more part because there is a little bit left that I have to finish off. But for this story time, that is really all that I have to say. If you guys liked my story time, please give it a thumbs up. Comment. Let me know if you are starting school this year. What college are you going to? And if you are going to a different state, what state are you going to? Yeah. But I'll see you on my next video.